I've been combing through some things and looking at some of the data, and Sean, the win rates on both maps kind of sort of favor Envy. Even though TSM picked Ascent, don't sleep on Envy on Ascent. They could very well walk away with this. We could be looking at a 2-0.
And right off the bat on this pistol round, I agree, this is going to be so close. What we're going to see all game is this battle between Subroza and FNS at B main. This is a huge part of the map that Subroza fights for his Raze. And FNS, typically a passive player, the in-game leader, might concede this to him a lot.
Yeah,
so
and I don't think that's I don't think it's a bad play either to give that up, because he's got so much utility there to be able to help him out that even if Rosa wants to take a little bit more space there, he's going to get the intel. He's going to get some knowledge, just like he did right there, as a matter of fact, because Subroza took out that camera that just got a peek right at the Raze. Wardell, though, still going to be fishing for some information. No one's really showing their hand quite yet, but we got some aggression in mid.
Yeah, that's a big-time aggress towards mid right there from Food. He got tons of info. And you can see Subroza actually taking down the trip in B, forces Food into the B site, but this is a ruse. It's an A hit.
Oh, it's a ruse. I like the choice of words there. Drone's going to be tucked away in the corner, though, because now the push is going to come through, and Wardell is going to be the one to get first blood, as TSM will take possession here of the A site. They will have all 5 of their players still standing. Now we got a retake opportunity here for Envy.
Spike planted.
But keep an eye on Subroza. He's lurking in mid. He's so good on the flank, but the retake is too fast. Subroza's way out of the picture.
FNS up on top of the Raptors, though. The shot's going to be good. Only one player remaining. It's Subroza. You called it. On the flank. Does he end up getting it? You got a weak player right next to the spike. But no, it's going to be kaboose. That nails him with the ghost shot and will give Envy that first round. While the first blood may have gone to Wardell, the real first blood up on top of the scoreboard goes to Envy.
Yeah, very well done from Envy. They kind of bit on the B fake early from Subroza, but the quickness in this retake, using that Phoenix wall to come out of heaven and get different angles on main, was beautiful. Very well done by Envy on the retake.
Just a good example of why I don't think anyone should be sleeping on Envy here. If there's one player that can strat against TSM, it will be FNS. This team met last at PAX Invitational quarterfinals. They were a very different team back then, Envy. They had food and crashies. They added food and crashies to this roster from T1, and it has been a significant improvement to this squad since then.
Oh, and look
back then, we used to look at top 4, now or top 2.
Ooh. Oh my goodness. I'm telling you, I think Subroza's going to go at FNS a lot this match.
You're right.
FNS is up already, though, in this battle, big time.
Well, even then, though, Drone's still trying to stabilize things a little bit. Go back and collect Spike, but there's actually going to be some activity out on the outside, and FNS is going to take space at B main. Hazed just left here, trapped alongside Drone. Drone with that spike and 13 HP just doesn't really have much, but no one's going to be taking a peek at him right now. 2v2, so this is still going to be winnable for TSM, but that camera and the utility at B, if they elect to go that way, could be a problem, Sean.
Indeed, and I think the one thing to look out for here is if Drone gets another frag, he'll get his Molotov and thus give himself a healing opportunity. So if he gets a frag here, obviously it's then going to be a 2-on-1, but he'll be healed up, which will make it even more difficult in the 1-on-2.
Well, there goes the Cyber Cage. Drone is going to make his way out to site, but the commitment was not there from Hazed. Hazed is still going to be stuck inside of main, and he's hearing that movement happen. But FNS is wise to this. He's prepared, and he's anticipating someone's going to be around the corner. Nailed the shot. Hazed really wanted to get that one. That would have given him a sizable advantage here. And now that Vandal, that Drone had, that he ended up giving to Hazed because he figured Hazed can get him on the cutoff, he's going to be left with just a ghost, no options, barely any health, and FNS is going to get 3 in that round. Well played there. Well played there by the IGL.
Super well played by FNS. I think we were all holding our breath. That was a 50-50 fight by the definition, right? But FNS came up huge. Spectre versus Vandal, saving Envy's economy early in this game. It wasn't an eco round for TSM, so obviously the full investment coming in here. This is going to be their first full gun round. You can see FNS is actually probably going to carry over that Spectre, so they might do something a little bit cheeky on this kind of pseudo full buy.
Yeah, looking at who is stacking up on A, Caboose could push this. There are going to be 3 players stacked there. So we could be getting an engagement early on. Also, Wardell has a Bucky, so that's interesting.
I think he's going to try to get his knives out this round. That's very interesting that he bought that. Oh, this flash from mummAy. They have a person in back of wine. The second mummAy feels this hit coming, he's going to flash. Oh my goodness, kaboose has the potential for a massive round here.
Because that flash is going to connect.
It will connect with all three of them. There it is.
There goes the paranoia.
Bait kaboose from Wardell.
Oh, he went for the peek. Oh, he's getting burned. Oh my God, dude, they're playing mind games with each other, Sean.
That was 200 IQ from Wardell. Taps the orb, senses the retake, immediately dips out of the way. Oh my God, you love to see it. And Subroza feels this cap push coming. Oh, gets the 1-for-1. We're in a 3-on-3. This is anyone's round. FNS could get caught off here in mid.
Oh no!
He does. All of his trips now gone after the last patch. B is wide open. You could see Wardell and hazed sprinting there.
Wow. That whole round happened because of that one slight interaction. Now, they haven't been able to comfortably get into sight yet, and Food still has curveballs to be able to get inside of here. Oh, they think
he's in front of the door.
Side. Oh, but Wardell caught him. He knew. He was ready. Had he, though, been able to fake that out, oh, my word. That would have been a thing of beauty. Anyway, though, TSM will be able to get on that board, and it came from a tense encounter here at Long A. I mean, look at this. They burn him out with the hot hands.
Cover going out.
And it all came from just a simple ping, an attempted grab of that orb, just a little bait. And they took it.
Very smart from TSM. Not often do you see like a triple duelist setup like this running a slow default, but they did such a good job. Oh my goodness, this is what you expect to see from Subroza at B main, just plowing in there immediately with a satchel. So much control so quickly.
This actually is going to force out that cyber cage from FNS early on. Oh no.
Oh no.
Oh dear. Oh no, Food. That second cyber cage was just what the doctor ordered for Food. As he should be able to bring himself back up to a healthy state with his hot hands. hazed, meanwhile, working in the mid. That actually was a pretty big drone there as well. Give him some information. And now we're going to get drone pushing inside of sight. He's able to get one kill there against mummAy, but kaboose is there and trades it out. Got some more fights that are going to be taking place, but look at kaboose, man. Well played. He went, he peeked, and then he came right back in, but they do not have A, Sean. They're going to have to work on the retake, but they have the numbers to do so.
Wardell has the daggers. Cutler has the Hunter's Fury. If he can get to A main, it would be huge, but he can't. The quick retake is coming in. FNS takes out Cutler. Wardell now in a 1-on-3.
Kaboose.
Kaboose. What a
that round. That round from kaboose was disgusting, by the way. Sheriff kill right at the front entrance of Tree. Gave them the weapons they needed, and Envy, okay, we get it. Spazzing out a little bit, having a good time. You have to feel good about that if you're Envy, though. You guys are just... Sean, you have to feel good about this if you're Envy. Like, every round seems to be going back and forth, but so far, things have been going really, really well for Envy. They're guessing what TSM's going to do effectively here.
Yeah, they have these little microaggressions all over the map. A main, catwalk, B. They're taking their little jabs across the map, and they're finding great timings, especially right there with kaboose, like you mentioned.
Well, now we're going to put our attention here toward Gelato, while Subroza continuing to do his business at B. As we had talked about before, not a shocker to see that happen. He actually just sends the boombot and will set it and forget it. The attention is really going to be here on A.
You have a lot of could come out from Cutler on catwalk. Here it is. Kaboose could get caught off.
Just trying to dodge this one out now. Drone actually is going to give the tag and allow mummAy to be able to pick up the kill. Crashies going to be located underneath rafters. He's got support up above as well, and that's going to be kaboose there to help. But Subroza with the tap. He's going to be the last player left alive, though. 1v3 does not have the spike. Has to collect that and set this thing down. But once he does do so, the swing is going to come, and kaboose, yet again, has been a superstar for Envy here. 2 rounds in a row, getting 3.
Man, but it's really the little things when you watch Envy. They have a trip in mid, so they can play 2 in B and 3 at A, right? So Caboose is on Catwalk, gets tagged once, I believe, by the Hunter's Fury. But the real star of that round is mummAy, playing the sight boxes, living and getting a frag, because they never expected to see crashies below heaven right there. That was such a good bait set up at the A site. So hard to predict a third player playing in A that early into the round. And you're really just abusing the other team's, knowledge of rotations. And Food has had enough. He's going to take a main control this round from Subroza.
And they know they can do that because they can see that the buy is not going to be as clean for TSM, right? Only one player is going to have a gun that can cause some problems. And while the Sheriffs obviously are, good to have, let's be real here, right? You'd rather have a Phantom or a Vandal. So Hazed is the only one, and that's why he's taking that space here in mid. Meanwhile, though, Caboose is actually going to be taking a battle here and does get the kill on Drone, but Drone will manage to burn him down with the hot hands. That ability has really come in handy for Drone here today.
Oh, look at Food. He's lurking in that mid smoke. Is Hazed going to be aware of this?
Oh, I think he saw him. He had to have seen his shoulder.
He did see him.
But that does give him information.
The Sova now coming back to mid. Food going to peek her. Gets triple peeked right there.
Careful now.
Yeah, and Cutler and Wardell really banged up. This is not going to work well for them. The angle being held by FNS, but okay. Cutler just trying to keep the drive alive here for TSM. As Subroza is going to be inside. He does have showstoppers, so if he gets a whiff that someone could be pushing, that might be the difference maker here in this fight. crashies is going to approach inside of the marketplace, and mummAy right outside. There goes one kill. Oh my goodness, a thrifty from Playzilla. Subroza, you got to be kidding me.
This man just lurks all over the map. He ends up in the B site with a Sheriff, plays it perfectly. He allows the drone to pass him, clear out spawn. He takes the peek onto market, knowing there could be a guy there, gets the one Sheriff there, and then peeks spawn to close out the round. Beautifully played by the two, Cutler and Subroza.
Look at this. The drone does the business. They have the time to work with, right? Oh, man, that was your thrifty moment presented by Playzilla. The action continues, though. As now we're going to see a bit more aggression here on B main. Envy forcing Subroza out.
Joke's over. You're dead.
Oh, there's Food aggressing through B with the ult.
He's coming in for it.
Oh,
sees an
this
opportunity.
is such
He's got to
a cool
get it.
play. That was such a cool play, Golden Boy.
Yeah, he just locked him in place. There was really no options for Subroza, and taking out Drone and Subroza is going to make playing around this site that much more challenging. 5 members of Envy are still going to be standing here, and despite them having, you know, some scattered buys, you know, less armor, weaker weapons in some capacities, they have been able to upgrade a good chunk of those weapons. But they still get that spike down. Wardell's going to be watching the flank. No one's going to be coming that way. And in fact, that dark cover is going to break that. Hazed, though, still managing to work with whatever he possibly can as Wardell has to bail on out of there. He's going to get tagged up, and here comes the hunt. Wardell just wants to run away with this operator. It's more valuable for them to hold on to this gun rather than for him to give anything up here. And that is basically going to be the round. And I would be a little careful here pushing Wardell. I think that they are not going to opt to do that. Instead, Envy, though, go up 5-2. They hold on to that operator, TSM. But here's that play again. And Sean, why don't you break down why that play was so great?
Yeah, so the second Food popped that ultimate and started his run it back, you see a paranoia come through the B main wall, which blinds Subroza as a recon is coming over to tiles. So he can't break the dart, which is why he's getting pinged. He can't see it. He doesn't know where it is. All the meanwhile, Food is progressing more and more up on him. That was
beautiful.
Insane.
Oh, he actually avoids the hot hands completely, but still manages to take space here at B main. I think they may have heard him do that. And with that orb grab, Cutler will be able to snag the headshot there. Subroza actually does a ton of work and takes out Food. Might actually be able to get one more here too. crashies needs to be careful. He's getting a lot done here at B.
Yeah, Subroza now knows where the second player on B is. He knows he probably forced a rotation over. A is weak because they killed the guy early at Wine. Right now, Envy's reeling. They don't know which site to stack. They're going to go towards A. That is the wrong call. This B site's open. Subroza, that dominance on B main is coming up huge.
Now, TSM obviously has no idea where Envy went, but they're doing their due diligence and clearing out the site as best they can, which is exactly what they do, accomplish that task. Now they know that B site's going to be cleared out completely, and for Envy, they'll now have to decide what it is that they're going to want to do, how they are going to try and approach this. Or even if they decide to do so, right? That's the bigger part of the puzzle here for Envy. This has certainly not gone the way that they hoped it would, and Subroza really led the charge there.
Yeah, it seems like Envy has done a fantastic job if they just allow themselves to have even numbers and retake the sites. But these early picks, when they allow TSM to take those fights in A main, in B main, TSM is winning those time and time again right now early in the match. So going forward, I expect Envy to play a little bit more passive into the sites and allow the fights to come to them. And hopefully TSM recognizes that from the TSM side and starts speeding up their pace later on in the game.
They'll need to make a decision here, Envy. How do they approach this? They're going to bring FNS over toward A and actually take mummAy with the op. So rather than let that fight necessarily come to them and hang back on B, they are going to press this with the op right away.
It looks like they're going to fight for B main, actually. I'm completely wrong. Food and mummAy are over here at B.
He knew that hot hands was coming. That's why he delayed it. But as soon as Subroza peeks his corner, he's going to get bodied. Oh! mummAy misses the shot, and now Subroza has the angle. But he decides to back away from it. Instead, though, they're going to force their way back into B main. This whole battle, and Subroza's doing this by himself, by the way, which is even more impressive.
The sound cues of running away. He heard two run away. He took the angle back for free. Huge mistake right there from Envy. But look at FNS. Nerd cam in the sky.
Even though that cam was up there, it simply was just not going to be enough to keep him alive. He got flashed and ended up dying instantly. But crashies is just going to drone this out and get some more information. Wait for them to push out. And because his drone is in play, TSM, they're just going to double back.
Very good read by TSM. They were about to go into a 4-stacked bomb site. They allowed the drone to sizzle out. And now I think they might re-hit A, which is now completely empty, Golden Boy.
Yeah, because they ended up drifting their attention toward B. But look out, though, in the mid. That could be problematic. Kaboose could be an issue here.
The
and
fake
hazed.
Omen ult. They're biting on it completely. A is completely open.
This is beautiful. This is beautiful. And Subroza's still here, by the way. He's still here getting information on B main for them. They're going to get the spike down. They'll be okay. And Subroza's going to be prepared for the rotations because he's going to hear all of this movement. He might even be able to get one off of the rotation. Or if they come into B main, which it looks like they might, he's hearing them jump around. Okay,
oh my God. He has an ult. He could literally melt them all right now.
Oh. No, okay. All right, well, now Subroza knows exactly where they're going to be pinned.
This is crazy. Look at Drone. He's in heaven. They know they're all... Holy.
Oh my God. If they decided to go, Subroza had an opportunity, whether it be defender side or if they push through main. No matter what, he was going to get some frags out of that.
Yeah.
But, you know, Envy, they are more than satisfied to hold on to these guns and just play this one out. But TSM, man, and I think that beginning of that round, Sean, was beautiful. Let's see how they react this time around, because now they know that they want to take mummAy over there toward B main and challenge that with the op. And how does Subroza approach this?
I mean, he has this pre-planned boom bot, and he just waits for any kind of reaction. He knows when it's going to go at the player holding the angle, and when it does, he hard peeks.
They're doing it again.
They are. And the paranoia is coming through. What a great adaptation coming here out of TSM. They really want B main this entire game. And you can see it's a total fake, actually. They're leaving. It's going to be a fast A-hit.
Beautiful. It puts some pause there, makes them worried. And now they're going to start making moves here toward A as well as mid. But that wire is going to be there to give them a little bit of
info.
support, right?
Look
Exactly,
at
because if
Look
they
at
take
Food.
it out.
He's pushing through B.
Oh, but Hayes was prepared for him. He was waiting for him.
Oh man, TSM is coming up so big in these early engagements into the round. Another first blood going their way. You can see it was going to be an A hit, but that changes everything. They're rethinking things.
crashies is getting a view. Oh, he ended up seeing Subroza. But he gets over the wire. The wire is destroyed. This is going to prompt some kind of reaction here. Well, actually, I'm completely wrong. They just hold in place. And I think it's more or less because he saw him jump over that he knows that they're not really going to try and like go mid. But the hit is going to come to B here as they'll get possession to the site right away. mummAy's going to back away with the paranoia, go into site here, and now have to hold this one off on his own. He'll have the operator to do so, but does not connect. Can he teleport in time? No, he cannot get out of there fast enough. Oh! The outside, the rocket does not connect, but it is going to be the Vandal that's true and nails the headshot. FNS is the last man standing here, and all signs are pointing towards TSM tying this thing up 5-5. This has just been a beautiful mind game here between these two teams, Sean.
TSM is putting a masterclass on how to move around this map, push and pull rotations. They don't even have a sentinel on their team, Golden Boy. You would think this would be impossible to run these slow style defaults on a wide open map like Ascent. They're doing such a good job of getting both B main and A main control every single round. They're not really focusing on mid all that much. You can see it's not really a point of pressure in their default. Yeah. But it doesn't matter because they control the outside of the map.
But think about the conditioning that they're doing to Envy here as well. Because if they decided that they wanted to hit mid one time, they could. Right? I think they could. And Envy wouldn't be expecting that. They actually went further ahead into mid than they have in previous rounds. Oh, great nerd cam there from FNS. He's crouching. He was happy about that. But yeah, so I think that like if they decided that they wanted to do that, they could. It's just the beauty of the way that TSM are executing here. And now it's where we start to see how FNS and this Envy roster respond to this type of adaptation that TSM is giving us here, because everything that we're getting is a new look from them in this game so far.
Even that right there, that wall from Drone, it places doubt in mummAy now. He doesn't know if there's a guy across the line. He's unsure. And the ult coming in from Cutler, mummAy's in big trouble here.
He actually hits him with a paranoia. But they don't push out of this. They wait this one out just a little bit longer. And this is prompting a lot of movement, rotations from Envy. They still don't commit on it.
I got the spike.
And this is where it becomes difficult if you're, the Omen operator player on Envy. Left. Unlike Jett, he is dead in the water if he misses a shot right now.
This is true. There it is. Yeah, that was exactly what we were talking about. But they are making all this noise happen here on A. Guess who has to deal with these two players that are approaching now? FNS, and he can't because he was looking away. So Drone pushes his way right inside of it. I think he used his neural theft and saw that they were pushing, had to run away from it, had no time to do so. But there's still a retake opportunity here for Envy, and it might come with this run it back. But Drone's going to respond. Does not connect with it, but ends up taking out the run it back. They do get the tag as to where they are, but Drone gets 2 kills out of it. It's all up to Caboose now. Can he do it? Finds one. Is looking for another player here. He locates Wardell. Is it enough, though? He's going to run away. He has to commit to this. He's waiting for it. Wardell's going to peek the corner. He's going to go to half. Does he get the shot? He does! Caboose! What a play from Caboose! 3 kills yet again for your Red Bull clutch moment. Oh, my.
That was insane. I can't believe he dismissed. I thought when he dismissed, it was a misclick, Golden Boy. I'm not gonna lie, I thought he made a mistake. Jumping on top of the crates in the site. What a 200 IQ play. You can see Wardell has no idea where he went right there. Oh,
bro, conventional wisdom would say go for the health every single time in those instances. And, oh my god, what a round! This game is incredible! This game is incredible. Okay, here we are. Last round in the half. Subroza is going to throw it all out there once again, taking this space in B main, forcing movement to have to happen. He's looking for the cams. He might actually find it. It's going to be perched up above. Meanwhile, on the other side of the map, he actually actually get ourselves a huge recon, but it ends up following with a shot from Drone instead, taking out kaboose. Oh, look at the aggression! Wow! hazed just went right through in the tree room. Not a care in the world. And this is what I was talking about before. They had not gone mid all that much, so when they decide to do so, Envy was not going to be prepared for it.
Yeah, you couldn't be more right about that. The pick at A main drew the cat player over, and they never expected a cat hit. They never expected hazed to lurk up cat in that scenario. Beautiful lurks coming across from TSM, finding themselves in places where Envy just never expects them.
Fu knows that there's one trapped in A, well, not necessarily trapped. He's the one that's trapped here. Oh, that's unfortunate. Pulled away before he can confirm the kill. That's it, 6-6, all tied up in a half. Now, Sean, in your opinion and your expertise, having competed on big stages such as this, what is a mindset going into a 6-6 half like this, right? How do you mentally prepare for what's to come?
Well, for Envy, yesterday, when we watched them play Ascent previously, I believe they won 9-3 on their attack side. But looking into that game against Immortals, they had some heroic moments coming out of FNS. Like a 1-on-4 in the A site. So many crucial kills. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that when players like, Drone, Subroza, and Wardell are firing like this. I mean, Wardell had a somewhat quiet half, but he's attack as an operator player. This is his moment to shine in the match.
So you're looking for some potential hero moments here. Ooh, out of the gate already is going to deal a sizable amount of damage. You can boost with that shock dart.
This is just going to be a straight-up A hit. Now, what could happen here is a smoke coming into the door, and Cutler could get vision with a recon behind it. Oh my god, another fantastic shot. kaboose just got double shocked out of the pistol round.
Well, that sucks. There's no other way to put it other than that really, really sucks there. But they do manage to make their way onto site, get that spike down. Retake for TSM here, as you're going to have two players approaching on the rafters and some on the flank. Both are actually going to be making their way over toward tree here. That firewall blocks up that vision. They do march their way through inside of the doorway, but FNS is there for the connection. Looking for another, but instead it's Wardell who ends up finding the mark here and crashies. What a right click! Just ending his life. hazed could be a hero. He hits him with a clothesline. Looking for another one here. Could be crashies' time to shine, but he's going to need this player to go down with one shot, and it ain't going to happen. Instead, it will be hazed finding the mark, and TSM goes up in the pistol. Big for TSM as well.
Man, it seems like such a nonsense thing, but the fact that Cutler just hit two perfect shock darts to take out the star duelist on Reyna on a pistol round, her best round of the entire game. Oh man, that's brutal if you're an Envy fan.
And think about how difficult it is to lose out on a Reyna with a Lear still left, right? Like, that could be a huge turning point. And with the way the kaboose is playing and that utility, like, they're just, as a critical kill to happen there. And now TSM will have the advantage with weaponry, but we actually do see some forcing out of Envy.
They're going to come right into this Phantom, and if they take out hazed in a 1-for-1 trade, this could easily go Envy's way.
Oh, and they get the kill, but hazed has managed to take a mark for himself, and Drone's there for the support. They now know exactly where they're going to be, but they're on the site now. Cutler, the swing around the corner, is going to be good for one. 3v3 here. Another shock dart, and he nails kaboose again. Oh, if you're Cutler, you're feeling so good about those shock darts.
How are you feeling if you're kaboose?
Oh, you hate it. You actually
want
that.
Oh my goodness, such a tense.
But if you're average Jonas,
right
you're
now.
like loving it, Like if Jonas is watching this, he's like losing his mind.
This is a pretty intense crossfire here from Envy. I don't know how TSM's gonna read this. That's how. That's exactly how they're gonna read this. Drone with a perfect flash around the corner. Cutler comes in, takes out mummAy, and they have more than enough time for the defuse. That was a very scary round, though.
Well, yeah, I was gonna say credit deserved there for Envy. Because, they took a gamble, right? They got some stingers, they bought some armor. Like, this was an investment round for them. Now, the economy is not going to be looking good here. And if you don't win that round, you're poised to give up the next. So
I will
Envy
say,
have
though,
kind of set themselves up with a deficit here.
I will say though, Golden Boy, when you play a team like TSM, it is worth it to take those risks on the second round when you're playing a player like Wardell, right? Because if you win those rounds, you take the operator out of his hand for so long. But now, since they lost it, he will likely have an operator the next gun round, the first gun round of the entire game. So that's the risk reward. That's the game they wanted to play.
Yeah. Mathematically, you have to gamble. That's just how it is sometimes. Some more frags, though, as Color actually gets tagged with that paranoia and holds the angle instead. 1 kill located, a second one as well for Cutler, who's pretty confident to take that fight there, recognizing that their weaponry was simply not going to be good enough to stand toe-to-toe with this Phantom. And the rest of TSM follow up as well. So those 3 rounds at the start of this go to TSM handedly. Now we'll start to see these guns go online, Sean, and what does Envy do to regroup?
Well, what we saw a lot of them yesterday was heavy B pressure from FNS with his cages while people grouped at A. So they might do a small fake on that early in this game, because TSM clearly is going to be aware that FNS likes doing this. So you can expect FNS to throw a couple cages here at B main, block info. And this is that fight we saw last half. It's just in reverse.
Kind of insane to think, though, that Subroza was capable of doing this. Yeah, I mean, he's Raze, obviously, but to take that much space on your own so many times.
Oh, Subroza, I don't know if he's going to expect food to be lurking up like this. I wouldn't be aware of this, especially after watching that Immortals game.
But they're still holding the angle, though. Oh, but food comes right on in. Knock, knock. Gets a headshot.
But look at this. They've lurked into mid. A drone going up. Cat. TSM has no idea what's going on. This B site is definitely going down.
They're just waiting for the right moment to strike.
Joke's over.
Running back is activated. Food's going to march his way on. Does identify him. But what they're prepared for was a Hunter's Fury to hold off this push. And now Drone actually might be able to get some work done here in the backfield by the boathouse. Gets 1 kill. Maybe he can find himself another if mummAy's not careful. But mummAy, ever stalwart there, finds the mark on the target. They will get onto site, and they get the fadeaway shot there on Wardell as he was trying to run away from this. Spike down. Some utility up. Cutler creeping on the cat. But that shock dart is just going to zap him right where he wants to. But Cutler actually gets another one. Another shock dart kill for Cutler in this game alone is ridiculous. And crashies just going to shoot this one out. Might as well.
Oh my goodness. A blind ult coming from crashies to save the round. But Cutler in these shock darts, man, I can't believe it. How many has he got?
He's been in the lab.
3?
He's been in the lab, bro. It's impressive.
I thought Drone did more than enough to stall the hit with Cutler's ult coming in as well. Oh,
that was
man.
a really smart challenge from Food, too, because the drone was out, and he knows that he's right there. He hears where the drone is being deployed from. So all he has to do is just a hop, skip, and a jump up, and he'll just wipe out Cutler when he was on that cat. Now Wardell is going to have the angle here, and Wardell will find the mark on Food right at the start of the round. That's going to slow things down here, but we have a commitment.
Once more.
And Wardell is going to get another shot on Caboose. Both of those duelists going down is really going to sting for Envy here. We now have to regroup and find a way to recover this.
But look at this, Golden Boy. Wardell's already rotating around 2 mid. He'll be at A by the time this hit comes in. This man is all over this.
There's just no time for them to wrap around. And then Subroza's on the flank too, so he's just patrolling all of this, giving them literally nothing to work with.
Oh, this recon is going to be amazing.
Oh, no.
They get
okay, they made it inside.
Oh, no.
They're still going to be
Ace
inside.
Balls. What an amazing play by Envy. They've lurked into the A site. 4-on-3, Subroza on the flank. No Envy players are in A main, so this could definitely be a problem for them.
That dark cover might give them protection here against this recon. mummAy has
the
paranoia
is
below.
gonna make the recon hit. The paranoia is going to make the recon hit. Oh my god, this is brilliant.
And they get the tag. They see both of them up on top of the Raptors, but Subroza from the flank. They weren't anticipating Subroza coming around the corner. But FNS, though, stops him before it can become a problem. Another kill is out. mummAy, he's going to get up above them. No, instead he does not. Ooh. But it's not enough time. It's not enough time.
I think he has
It is. Okay, it is. I'm so sorry. I gotta raise up the volume on my mixer here.
That was such a heads-up play from Drone, because in the heat of the moment when all those comms are going down, that Omen ult comes in, you don't know where he went. He could also cancel it. It's a 200 IQ Omen play. It
really is.
You leave the area, but you cancel it at the last second. And that's what mummAy was going for. But
you make him think.
Heads up on Drone for waiting for the Omen ult to fully gather, because he caught him when he came back to the body.
What a game this has been. Shocker here, and Wardell in a new position yet again. Oh, that
kaboose
that Lear
getting chipped time and time again in these early rounds.
He hasn't been able to get comfortable at all, Sean. That's been a big problem for Envy, to be able to get kaboose going, especially after the half he had just a little while ago.
Exactly, and then Subroza and B-Main both halves. He's just being such a bully, man. He's just taking this time and time again, using his boom bot, his nades, and obviously his god tier aim. Look at the difference in styles. Envy opting to go through mid a lot.
Droning out on tree here for crashies, but Wardell has the angle. He's hearing some movement too. They're going to need another Lear to pass through this. Oh, a rare miss. It actually ends up getting tagged considerably, but Drone in the run it back state will be sent right back. Subroza in Boathouse. He's going to get some support here from his fellow Omen. Even though they're going to be on the site, kaboose is going to need to deal with 2 players, and Hazed knew exactly where he was. This is simply going to leave mummAy and crashies with barely any HP inside of the marketplace, anticipating a pincer from TSM.
One player remaining.
Man, TSM makes it look so easy, but the level of coordination this round, just unreal, Golden Boy. Just unreal. The fact that Drone has the presence of mind to pop that ult there and then during the hit at the perfect time. Immediately Hazed, ults to the back of B site to support Subroza. Wardell obviously holding market. He missed the shot, but he had the right idea. They were all over. Every single player on TSM seemed like the way they reacted to that Envy hit was just, it was like they were in their Discord with them. That was
They were in the comms.
They were in the comms.
Well, now Wardell's going to go for this again, potentially. Brilliant. Challenges around the corner, but they do know where Wardell is going to be now because of that recon. They're still going to opt, though, to go in for this. And here we go, actually, because they have to bully this, right? They have no other choice. They don't have the weapons to try and take this one forcefully, so they just need to go together, hold hands, and hope for the best. Oh, okay, FNS, let's relax there for a minute. And that's going to be match point for TSM. Could they end out game 1 here, 13-7, excuse me? Or will Envy manage to find a way to bounce back here after they can now finally purchase themselves some weapons to be able to deal with TSM? But Sean, this has really been a game that I think people will just break down for a really long time, because there's so much material to yank away from this from both teams.
There is, and the teamwork on TSM coming up big again that round. Wardell finds himself in trouble, dashes, but what do you know? Hazed paranoia is just God tier. Oh my goodness, they don't know now if Hazed is in wine on top of the boxes on the site. He actually fake TP'd though. Are they gonna ignore wine?
Yeah, it's risky, but they're just gonna have to go for it. A is completely exposed, so TSM's playing for the pure retake here. Oh, kaboose, no! Oh, Drone gets 2 huge kills, and even though Spike is down, Envy are gonna be in a really bad spot here.
No duelists left alive for Envy. Crashies on low HP, and the showstopper coming in!
Oh no, looking for another one. Last player left alive, it's gonna be FNS, and they're just gonna wait for him. What does he do? He gets 1 kill, but now they know exactly where he is, and that's it. GG.
GG,
oh.
13-7.
Wow.
Oh my goodness. I can't believe it played out this way. After how the game started, it looked like Envy was in control of the economy. TSM stabilized like they seem to have always done throughout this first strike qualifier, and they steal the map. 13-7. 13-7.
Didn't feel like a 13-7.
Did not.
It didn't.